currently in East Texas today, and this is going to be day one of practice for me for the last event of the Southwestern Division of the Toyota Series for MLF, and it's on Rayburn. So we had, as in the past videos, one on Rayburn, the first one, then Texoma, and then this will be the last one. So been hearing mixed reports about the lake, so we're just going to try to go into it with an open mind and really just honestly, the game plan I think is that I have right now is figure out how to catch a limit 10 to 12 pounds like pretty quick, just maybe the first hour or two, and then leave the rest of the day to go big fish hunting, because the post spawns typically, or at least from what I've been hearing about the lake, it's typically harder to get those bigger bites, and when you do get those bigger bites, they aren't as big as they used to be because they're all spawned out, super skinny. So yeah, we got the boat filled up, truck's fueled up, and already hit the gas station. Got quite a few bags of ice. I swear I went to the gas station like 4 times because I kept needing to get a bag of ice, because I got a cooler full of food and stuff for the week as well that I needed ice for. But we got it all, and we are rolling to the lake. We're about 50 minutes away, and we're gonna get after it. Sorry. So, y'all stay tuned, and we're gonna go try to find some fish today, and then we got 3 more days of practice before the tournament starts. So should be a good video. I'm gonna make 2 separate videos again. This will be the practice one, and then the next one will be the tournament one, because just 4 days of fishing practice wise, and then tournament, 3 days of tournament footage. It'd be a long video, so I feel like it's just easier to break it up, and it won't bore you all to death watching a 40-minute long video. So, and we're gonna keep on driving, and thank y'all for tuning in. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and like this video if you think it's good. So stay tuned. Well, we've been on the water, we were on the water, and then had to come back because forecast said no rain, and within 10 minutes being on the lake, it started raining. And then now it's sunny again, so that's Texas weather for you, though. So now we're actually going to go try and find some fish. It's quite a novel concept when you're practicing for a tournament. You're actually supposed to get there and start fishing, and not just keep running around going to and from the truck. But we're out here, we're about to start looking around for the 100th time and see what we can't find. So hoping we can, like I said before, find some places to catch a bunch of numbers, catch a bunch of 2-pounders real quick, and then go big fish hunting the rest of the day. That could not even be the plan for the tournament, or could not even end up being the plan for the tournament, but that is the plan as of right now. Well, it's about 11:30, so we've really just been scanning around a bunch trying to find some offshore fish, but that has not come about yet. Made a few casts, but nothing's come of it yet, really. So gonna keep plugging away and see if we can't find us a couple, because we need to. But we got 3 more days if all we do is eliminate water today. But that seems to be what I've been getting good at, is eliminating water. So keep y'all updated, and hopefully we'll have some fish catches in here pretty soon. So this part of the video, we were drafting around a bunch, and I found a little school here. They were all rats, unfortunately, so you missed the beat down of the rats on a plug here, unfortunately, just because my camera decided not to be recording. So that's why I just put this little clip in here, just to let you know you missed it, unfortunately. But maybe next time. We are back. Well, I mean, we never really left, but back to actually give y'all a little update. So it's about 6:30 now. We've been fishing for a while, looking around. Just haven't really found any size. Been catching a few fish, just they've all been small, nothing over like 2 to 2.5 pounds. So that's definitely gonna be, or that's half the battle, is just finding those fish to get your limit real quick in the morning and then go hunt for bigger ones. But I just ain't been able to get anything going for bigger ones yet. So we got a few more hours on the water before the sun goes down, and then we back at it bright and early. But I'll update y'all either when we find some more fish or when we get back to the ramp. And I didn't even have the camera rolling on one of the spots. I caught a couple, so that sucks. But you can't win them all, unfortunately, because I thought it was recording, but it just wasn't. So technology beat me again. But alrighty, so I'll give y'all an update here in a little bit. Sit. 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 Go. Go. Alrighty, well, that is a wrap for day 1 of practice. Just king of the little fish today. I got a few fish catches on camera, not a whole ton though. I thought it was recording sometimes when it wasn't, but I got a different little GoPro setup thingy. Well, it's not a GoPro, but it's the same thing as a GoPro. And I thought it was recording, but it wasn't for some of them. But it is what it is. And got the boat on the trailer, heading back to my buddy's place. We got Abby with us too. We were up there. I was putting the dock in the boat so I could go get the truck, and the boat was like moving, or like kind of separating from the dock a little bit as I was tying up, and she was stretched out across it basically, like as the boat kept drifting away, and then just fell right in, and she sunk. It almost looked like she was gonna sink, but I grabbed her and then she started swimming, so pulled her back up to the surface, and she's all right, but she's a little wet. I think she's a little tired from that. She's an old pupper, so she can't do much anymore, but she loves to come fishing, so she always gets butt hurt when I don't take her. So yeah, that's a wrap for day 1. I'll probably see y'all in the morning, or give y'all a little update when we get back to the house. But yeah, number 1 goal for tomorrow though is definitely figure out a way to get bigger bites, because I didn't get bit everywhere I went, but I got quite a few bites in several different areas, but they were all just small, unfortunately. biggest was maybe like 2.5, 2 3/4, but it seems like Rayburn's in a little bit of a post-spawn funk right now, so hopefully they snap out of it before tournament day. But all we can do is keep searching, keep looking for them, and yeah, keep the hammer down. So we'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning, everybody. This is day 2 of practice. As you can see, it's a little wet outside. Rain's supposed to lift before we get to the ramp, but we're supposed to be in and out of showers all day. Hopefully it's more of a dry day than a wet day, but Mother Nature will be the one to decide that. So and it's East Texas, or Texas in general, some of the craziest weather in the world. It'll be sunny 1 second, 5 minutes later thunderstorming. It's just all over the place. But we're getting some gas in the boat right now at Brookshire Brothers. Yeah, I'm gonna fill her, she's almost full, and then I'm gonna head onto the ramp and start fishing again. So yeah, and we got Abby with us again. She might get a little wet today. She had a little bit of a spill yesterday. I think I mentioned it. But yeah, so we are gonna let the tank fill up the rest of the way and then get after it. So we'll see y'all in the water. We made it to the ramp and we are about to go put it, well, I guess can't put it to them yet because then we wouldn't have that many fish left for the tournament. But it's just a beautiful day out here. I mean, just look at this. How could you wake up, get to go fishing, and not be grateful for that? That's wonderful right there. Never a bad day on the lake. But yeah, so about to get after it. Got the dog with us. Abby's just prancing around. Hopefully she doesn't fall in the water again. It's no biggie, but she's getting old. She legitimately sank like 3 feet under the water yesterday before she came back up. It was funny and kind of scary at the same time. But we got the old kitty cat looking beautiful as always down there, and she's ready to rip down Sam Rayburn. So we're gonna get to it and update y'all whenever the fish start biting. Alrighty, so I'm going to do a little bit of voiceover here, try to make the video a little bit more entertaining, provide a little more value for you guys watching, just kind of get an insight on what was going on inside my head. The first morning of practice, I wasn't at the lake early enough to kind of chase the shad spawn. Once that sun gets up, it goes away like that pretty much. So got to get out there super early. Cloud cover definitely helps extend it. But right here, we're just chucking the top water around, looking around, just trying to find where the shad are flickering. Cypress trees, this is the northern end of the lake. Cypress trees, clay points, great places to look. As long as it's hard bottom or hard structure that they can spawn on, the shad are going to be there spawning around it. Initially, this first spot I'm at, there wasn't much activity going on, so I moved out pretty quick. I mean, if you're not seeing shad flicker, fish blowing up, you need to keep moving, because once you find it, it's going to start happening like that. Maybe you may not get bit right away, but you're going to see that there's bass and shad in the same place, because oftentimes you'll even find spots that they don't have any, like there might be bass around, they're just not keying in on the shad yet. So it's very important that you keep moving fast, keep moving very quickly and jumping from place to place, at least that I've found during the shad spawn, because A, you don't have a lot of time to capitalize on it, and B, once you do find a good one where the fish have found the shad, it normally can happen pretty crazy, which you'll see here coming up. So that's kind of what was going on in my head right here. You see we're already moving out fairly quickly. So
which is weird.
I'll have another little voice over here in a second.
I hadn't seen many fish blowing up. I just see a bunch of shad flickering, really. There he is. Oh, that might be a good one. Oh. No, he's not that good. He's not a bad one, though. There we go. First shad spawn bass, bud. Abby, you can't help me fish up here, damn it. Yeah, no, they're spawning like any clay bank with cypress trees, they're spawning on them, but I need to find one where there's actually more than one singular bass on it. So, alrighty, I'll holler at you later. Bye.
Alright, so this clump of cypress trees are pulling up to, this was probably the most active one I found. There were shad flickering everywhere on them, and also fish swirling around them. So, because once you find where the shad and the bass are both at, you'll know pretty quick. You'll see them blowing up, stuff like that. But it took me a little bit to find which bait they wanted. I rotated through a swim bait, spinner bait, chatterbait, stuff like that, and then finally got them to commit on a square bill. So nothing big here, but again, shad spawns can be very specific. Sometimes you got to really downsize to a square bill, or I mean, the spinner bait's a staple just because of those smaller blades. But that's just a few things to keep in mind when you're fishing the shad spawn. Oh, if I only had a crappie rod, good Lord, they're just piled in that son of a gun. But shad spawn is pretty much over, unfortunately. I mean, there's a little bit of cloud cover, but it's pretty much toast now. Once that sun gets up, she dies pretty quick. So now we're gonna go back to graphing and check out a few places we found yesterday, see if they sit up there in the morning, and then also a few places that we just didn't see anything on, but they look too darn good not to hold fish at some point. So about to go check a bunch of stuff and then probably go down a little bit farther south and try a new area of the lake. So yeah, gonna keep on keeping on. It's about 11:40. We're just about that close to where I think we can get a good crappie guide service going. We're actually going to start one in the Metroplex here pretty soon, the DFW Metroplex, but Rayburn I think would be a lot easier at the moment because I've probably already found like at least 1.5 million crappie between 750,000 piles. But yeah, so no bigger bass yet, unfortunately, and we've been trying to find them, but just hasn't panned out yet. So we are going to keep plugging and then probably keep plugging again, and then I don't know, after that we'll probably just keep plugging. That's all we can do. Yeah, but she's being a little stingy. Well, yeah, I'd say stingy is the right word, because I've caught a couple smaller fish today, like I said earlier, but like 2-pounders, but I need to find them gorditas, and they are being elusive right now. So we're gonna keep looking around, see if we can't put something together, and let y'all know if we find the megawad. Whew. Little late afternoon update for you. Still just pounding the dinks. I mean, I just caught probably like 7 or 8 fish and none of them would have kept, so that's dope. The size still seems to evade me. It just seems like a recurring thing in these videos, but I mean,
it's what's happening right now. So I'm giving it to you straight. Yeah, just zero size still. Switched up areas a little bit. Switched up what we were fishing, but went from trying to find some offshore fish to some grass fish, and the grass fish were unfortunately very small in that area we were just in. But we are going to keep on plugging, and you'll just get to see a bunch of fish catches. Hopefully we find some big ones, because that's what everybody wants to see. So stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. Maybe shortly, I don't know. That is a wrap. Day 2 is complete of practice, and I only got one, I mean, I say better bite, but I think I might have had the camera rolling. I honestly don't remember. One better, or well, the biggest one I've caught so far, a 2 3/4, which isn't crazy, but maybe that'll lead to a little something tomorrow. We're gonna find out, I guess. So thunderstorms are rolling in, and it's about to get a little wet again. But yep, we're headed back to the house. Gonna do some tackle, probably get some food in us, and then go to bed most likely. So yeah, and hopefully we can find some bigger fish tomorrow. That would be really nice, because a 2 3/4 being the biggest bite you've gotten, not too good. So we got some work we got some work still to do. So 2 more days left to crack the code, and we're gonna give them all we got. So I will see y'all in the morning, or when we start doing some tackle, but probably in the morning. Good morning, everybody. This is day 3 of practice. Headed to the ramp and ready to see what the shad spawn's all about again today. Yesterday was pretty decent. Just finding a shad spawn fairly quickly. Had several bites. No big ones, unfortunately, but we're gonna try a different section of the lake with the shad spawn this morning and see what it yields. So yeah, we're on the way to the ramp. Still gotta stop and get ice, just because of the gas station I stop at, or it's a Brookshire Brothers with the gas station. Their little store isn't even open when I leave the house to get gas in the morning, so kind of inconvenient to make 2 stops, but so in this part of the video, still targeting the shad spawn early in the morning on day 3. Cloud cover prolonged it again, but we're switching it up with the kind of cover they're spawning on. This is submerged hydrilla, which is a little bit sneakier of a place to look in my mind, especially when you got a little bit of chop on the water. You can't really see the fish blowing up or shad busting, stuff like that. So it's a little bit less obvious than your cypress trees and hard clay points where you can see them flickering on the bank. So it gets you away from some of the boat traffic that happens on the shad spawn. You can't really tell in the day before this up north around the cypress trees that there were more boats around, but I was seeing a lot more people up there, and then when I came back down south on this day, day 3, I didn't see near as many boats fishing around the grass, which was very surprising, because the area I was in is typically an area that gets a lot of boat traffic and a lot of fishermen fishing it. So, but hydrilla is another great place to look, submergent flats of it. Shad also really like to spawn on that, and you can get some water to yourself sometimes instead of fighting the crowds and all the shad spawns on the obvious stuff that everybody can see above the water. Well, the bite has officially slowed down, unfortunately, since the morning bite. The clouds are still here, but the sun's poking through a little bit now. They're just not biting too good anymore. Haven't been able to find big fish yet today either, so It's been a little frustrating, honestly, just because with a lake that has so many big fish in it like this, you would think it would be easy to get a big bite every day, but it hasn't been. So we're gonna keep plugging away, and hopefully I don't hook Abby again. That was a little terrifying, honestly. So I will update you on a little bit.
Good morning, everybody. It's the final day of practice here at Rayburn. I apologize for not doing an outro last night or on day 3, so this will kind of be a little recap of that. But it was same story as the other days, really, as you'll see in the footage, and just can't get any good bites, unfortunately. Or when I mean good bites, just can't catch any better than 3-pound fish. I mean, I haven't even caught a 3-pounder yet, but it'd be nice to catch 5 of those on tournament day. But yeah, I've been struggling to get a bigger bite this week so far, and hopefully I'm just saving it for the tournament. I can get a few during the days of the tournament. I'll be happy with that, but as of right now, I'm sweating it out a little bit. So we're going to keep hammering away at them today, and then get off the water maybe around 2-3 o'clock-ish before the meeting, and then rig some rods and get ready for tomorrow. So, but we're about 20 minutes out from the ramp. It's still dark out, but by the time I get there, get everything ready, get in the water, and get to where I want to go, it'll be go time for the shad spawn. So one last day to try to find some better quality fish for the tournament. So we're going to see what happens, and y'all stay tuned. We've made it on the water, and we're about to go chase them shad spawn fish. Hoping to find some bigger ones today, because what I found on the shad spawn, it's unfortunately just going to be like 10 to 12 pounds. But that was kind of my hope, but even though I say unfortunately, was to be able to get that kind of limit off the shad spawn and then go hunt for big ones. But part 2 of the plan has not been completed yet, so really got to make something happen today to figure out how to get those bigger ones to bite. But it's bright and early, 6:15. Got a little bit of cloud cover, should keep the shad going for a little bit longer. This morning, just like yesterday, we had some clouds that kept it going a little bit longer, but we're going to put the hammer down and see what we can't do.
Oh, that feels amazing. He ain't even big, but a swim jig fish. Heck yeah. Uh-huh. Come on, buddy. Oh, he absolutely sliced my finger. Not a horrible one.
Practice is officially complete. About 1 o'clock. The lake is absolutely rolling at the moment. Just headed to the tackle shop to get a few things for tomorrow and rig up, and pretty much that's about it. That's what we got planned for the rest of the day. Did a little bit of filming this morning. Had the GoPro rolling. Got some fish catches on there and stuff like that. But it started pouring on us, so I had to put the GoPro away, and because it's not a complete waterproof setup, unfortunately, with the way I've got it set up. But we figured a little bit out. Got all the bites we were getting this morning came on a swim jig, but they were coming on like secondary stuff. There's secondary stuff with steeper banks close to a flat, or where's the steeper to the flatter transition, I should say. So it was not, I wouldn't say as promising, but it was good to see that you can get bit on similar stuff in the same area. And I went to a different area, and the same thing was working there. So I'm hoping it's something, but I mean, still, I didn't catch anything crazy big. I mean, I think the biggest I may have had was 3, but I had a handful more of quality bites, or not quality, I say like 2 3/4 bites. But yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna go fishing tomorrow though, because that's pretty much all we can do at this point. Hoping the shad spawn, hoping to get a limit early, maybe 10, 12 pounds. It'd be nice to have more than that, but that's what I feel confident is achievable, that, or on the shad spawn, at least what I've seen so far. But if we get lucky and roll across the right ones, could maybe get closer to 15, hopefully, but we're just gonna have to see. So I will update y'all when we start rigging tackle. So yeah, but hoping for five good ones tomorrow, really. I think it's definitely doable, but it's definitely going to take some work. So we'll see y'all in a little bit.